Unit Unit 3, Rural Sociology in Veterinary Extension Education. Rural Sociology in Veterinary Extension Education. Why should sociology? Man does not ordinarily live in isolation. He lives in physical and social proximity to other human being. Man identify himself to some human being more than other. These exhibit a feeling of belonging both with them and with the geographical area within which are residing. Thus, human relationship and human interaction are the central core of the field of sociology. Around them are built social group, organization, institution, and other component of the structure of society. Yet another key word in understanding sociology is groups. Man interact with group from birth. He is constantly subjected to influence them to varying extent. Group relations are the chief foci in the field of sociology. To be an effective community development worker in India or any other developing country or in a private organization, it is necessary to understand the rural people who constitute about 70% of our population. A prerequisite to effective work with rural people in a clear understanding and appreciation of the people themselves. This understanding is the basic reasons for studying rural sociology. Rural sociology acquaints you with the intricacy of behavior of the rural people. Meaning of sociology. The term sociology was coined by Auguste Comte, who is often referred as the father of sociology. It comprises two words as below. In Latin, socius means companion, and in Greek, logos means scientific study. The literal or etymological meaning of sociology is called as science of society. Society is the study of human relationship. Rural sociology involves the study of human relationship in rural situations. It is the study of man in relation to group with whom he or she interact. It is the study of human behavior that too in group. Human relationship and human interaction are the central core of the field of sociology. Around them are built social group, organization, institution, and other component of the structure of society. Man live and interact with human groups both in his immediate environment and outside of it. Sociology study man in his group relations. Rural sociology focus on men living in rural area. Urban society focus on men living in urban area. Basic concept in sociology. Basic concept in sociology. Society is a group of people who have lived together, sharing common value and general interest long enough to be considered by others and by themselves as a unit. Society has both structure and functional element. Structure is a systemic arrangement of characteristics of a society, the smaller part arranged to form a larger system. Organization state, organ group, district, tissue, family, block, system, organ, tissue, cell, organization, group, family, individual, state, district, block, village. Structure element. Structural element. Identity refer to the characteristics by which one society may be differentiated from the other. Example, residence, caste, regions, etc. Composition refer to makeup of the society, male, female, educated, uneducated, rural, urban, etc. Intergroup relation refer to relationship between group. Example, relationship between village, caste, class, etc. Intragroup relation refer to relationship within the group. Example, between husband and wife and between family in a village. Functional involve the services provided by one component to another within the same social structure. Functional element. Functional element. Functional element. Objective or end refer to change or thing which members of the group are expected to accomplish through their interaction and activity. Example, to attain higher productivity or income from an enterprise. Norms. Norms refer to rules of the guideline standard which prescribe what is socially acceptable or unacceptable. Leadership. Leadership refer to a refer to a process through which a person directs, guides, and influences the thought, feeling, and behavior of other members of the society, such as land, pond, animal, etc. Resources. Resources refer to various types of resources and potentialities a society possesses. Change means some aspect of functions or structure which differ at later time from what it was at earlier times. It involves the process of disorganization, organization, or reorganization. Groups are defined as two or more people in reciprocal interaction with one another. Institutions are crystallized mechanisms and are clearly defined way in which society meets its needs that have existed long enough to become embedded in the social structure. Example, government bodies, school system, the panchayat or village council, religious system. Organizations are groups with special concern and interest that have developed a structure involving a specific role for various members and that have a more or less formal set of rules and regulations for operation. Community and neighborhood are group of people living within a contiguous geographic area, sharing common values and a feeling of belonging to the group who come together in the common concern of daily life. Society, community, neighborhood. Concept related to practice in society. Social control is the pattern of influence the society exerts on individual and group to maintain order and establish rule in the society. Social norm, folk way, more and law, rules based on social value that control and direct interpersonal relationship in society. Social norms. Norms are established behavior pattern for the member of a social system. It is expected that the member of a society shall follow the norms. A person who derivative from the norms is generally regarded as a variant by the other members of the system. Folkway. Folkway, society acceptable way of behavior, the customary norms of society that do not imply morals, sanction, example, manners. Mores, social acceptable way of behavior, the customary norms of society, which involve moral standard violation may involve several social action and intercaste marriage. Laws, laws, formalized norm with legal and or political enforcement such as act, status, etc. Example, law to prevent cruelty to animal. Socialization. Socialization is the process by which an individual is conducted into his social and cultural world. Society form and instill the rule and regulation from the society to which he or she belongs. It involves the development of personality, attitude, habit, expected social role. Social role is the expected behavior of one member of society in relation to other. An individual may play various roles such as a student in the class, as a player in a cricket club, as a son or daughter at home, etc. Social stratification is the division of society into a series of levels indicating positions of individual and group in the value system existing in that society. Position in the stratification level denoted status of the group of individual. Factors influencing social stratification are caste, religion, income, number of family members, land size, herd size, etc. The society could be classified into rich and poor, and less marginal, small and large, farmer, and the like. Social processes are the interaction of group and individual with one another. The four basic forms of social process are competition, conflict, cooperation, accommodation, leadership. Leadership. Leading is the process of influencing people so that they will strive willingly and enthusiastically toward the achievement of group goal. Every leader has got to his own way of influencing people, and a leader exists as long as he was follower to be influenced and goal to be accomplished. Association. Association are functional groups that are brought into existence for various but well-defined purposes by collective action and functioning. An association is a group of people expressly organized around a particular interest. When a group of people organize itself for the pursuit of some common interest, an association is born. Farmer association for the purpose of sale of grain, vegetable, etc. Concept of culture. Concept of culture. Culture is the continually changing pattern of learned behavior and the product of learned behavior, including attitude, value, knowledge, and material objects which are shared by and transmitted among the member of society. Culture is not merely custom through customs are part of culture. In other words, culture includes everything that man learn or acquires as a member of particular society. Culture area, geographic area within which culture exists. Cultural trend, simplest function unit into which culture may be divided and is defined as a reportedly irreducible unit of learned behavior pattern or material product. Therefore, example a dhoti, a sari, a bamboo pen are example of material culture trait, whereas bowing slightly in respectful greeting to an elder is a non-material trait. Cultural complex organization of cultural trait around one dominant trait. It is a group or cluster of related traits. Example, the scared thread ceremony in a Hindu Brahmin home involve a large number of related cultural traits. Cultural pattern. It is a group of cultural complexes formed in the same way to form a complex culture. Cultural lag. Time difference between some technological change and the resulting change in culture. Cultural integration. There is an organization of related cultural trait complexes and pattern in a culture, and although having meaning and relevance within the culture and not outside it. Ethos ethos the term ethos is used to signify those traits that are characteristics of or peculiar to a particular culture, which may be used to differentiate one culture from another. Example, in USA, mechanization and mass production. In India, handicraft and cottage industry production by masses. Ethnocentrism. Ethnocentrism. This term means the preferential feeling we have for the way we do things in our culture. It is the tendency of man to consider his own culture of high value and superior to all other, and to judge other culture in terms of standard and value that exist in one's own culture. We assume that our is the best of all culture and the way we do things is the right way to do them. This is common characteristic found among peoples of all culture. Customs. These are socially prescribed from a behavior transmitted by tradition and enforced by social disapproval of their violation. In other words, the social accredited way of acting are the custom of society. Example, way of taking bath, washing, cutting hair, eating, drinking, and fasting. Folk way. These are approved way of behavior of for a specific situation. Literally, they are way folk to do things in a culture. Violation of folkway is not punished, but may be subjected to criticism. Example: greeting other with folded hand, shaking hand, saying hello. Conventions. Conventions. Convention are custom regulating more significant social behavior. Example: being polite to other. Conventions are violated less often than folkway on usages, and the sanctions are more severe. More and taboos. Mores and taboos. These are the category of folkway or custom which are held to be essential to ethical or moral value of people. Violation may involve several social action. The more are those things which persons out or out not to do. Generally, the term more is used for positive action thing that out or to be done. Example: saluting the national flag, monogamy, policy of women and children first. And the term taboo is used for the negative action, things that one talks not to do. The word taboo in a strict sense refers to prohibition of certain type of behavior because of some magical, supernatural, or religious sanction. Example: intercaste marriage, liquor consumption by women, cow slaughter, etc. Laws. Laws are enforced by the government and they may or may not have the sanction of the society. Example: Anti-Dowry Act prohibition. Importance of rural sociology. Importance of rural sociology. In India, 70% of the people live in rural area and most of them own livestock. Hence, to work with them, it is necessary to study the rural sociology, which help in gaining deep insight into the behavior of livestock owner in rural area, their situation, culture, community, etc. It also helps in understanding the role of animal in the socio-economic situation of the livestock owners with whom the animal husbandry extension agent has to work with. Without proper understanding of the role of animal in the socio-cultural context in which the livestock owners are operating, it is not possible to effectively introduce the new technologies for their improvement. With the realization of the importance of social development in nation building, stress is being laid on social aspects of development, which include health, hygiene, education, communication, etc. This necessitates the knowledge and understanding of the subject rural sociology. The extension agent can better appreciate the socio-culture difference that exists between different categories of livestock owner with the knowledge and understanding of rural sociology. It also enables the extension agent to analyze the impact of the technology on the lifestyle of the livestock owner, including the negative consequences. Significance of sociology for extension worker. Extension aims at bringing about development of the people. It is of importance to know the people before inducing changes in them. It also helps to make correct diagnosis of social technologies an economic problem of the villagers. It helps the extension worker to understand the social value more taboo convention etc., which will eventually direct the extension worker to diffuse technology. Introduction. Introduction. An institution is an organized system for social relationship which embodies certain common value and procedure and meet certain basic need of society. Social institutions are formal cultural structure designed to meet basic social need. Group of people develop different institutions depending upon the need of the society. These institutions also will be changed or modified to suit the changing requirement of the society. For example, the educational institution school underwent a series of changes from Gurukul school, convent, boarding school, etc. Characteristic of rural institution. Characteristic of rural institution. Culturally approved pattern of behavior including prescribed role and procedure. Pattern of behavior grouped about central human need and organized so as to do direct behavior toward the meeting of this need. Overall pattern or system of behavior are considered relatively permanent. Function of institution. Function of institution. Institution define institutional behavior and attitude, role, strategies, and other form of social relation are prescribed and defined. Example how a teacher and a student to behave in a school. Institutions serve to provide coordination and stability to culture and give sense of security to the individual not only in terms of the present but also of the future. Institutions serve as mechanism of social control and exert pressure for conformity on individual in society in various ways. Institutions sometimes perform negative functions, which include institution may stand as obstruction in the path of progress, conserve social value which may be inconsistent with the actual behavior of people. Major institution in rural society.